More than 1.3 million visitors from all over the world came to Oakland County for the 23rd annual Woodward Dream Cruise. We'll have highlights from the opening ceremony in Ferndale. The newest monument was unveiled at the Orion Veterans Memorial, honoring the canine heroes that saved countless lives. Horseshoe pitchers from throughout Michigan came to Lake Orion for the annual state doubles tournament. And the Orion Art Center celebrated the official grand opening of its new art studio at the Moose Tree Preserve. Hello, I'm Shannon Line. I'll have those stories and more on this edition of ONTV News. What started out as a little fundraiser for a kids' soccer field in Ferndale in 1995 has grown into an event that attracts visitors from all over the globe. The Woodward Dream Cruise returned to Oakland County, and it was bigger and better than ever.
Happy 23rd Dream Cruise to you!
On Friday, August 18th, dignitaries gathered on 9 Mile Road in Ferndale for a ceremony to officially kick off the 2017 Woodward Dream Cruise. Mayor Dave Coulter welcomed visitors and introduced guests such as Henry Ford III. Ford Motor Company stepped up as the primary sponsor of this year's Dream Cruise.
At Ford, we love celebrating our brand with everybody here. We have already pre-registered for tomorrow 700 Mustangs that are going to be along 9 Mile here in Ferndale. It is going to be a fantastic day. And for me personally, the best thing about Ford and the best thing about Mustang is that we all get to share in these experiences together, and we get to make this brand our own. We all have these great stories that connect us together, and it's what makes us fun, and we love doing it. We love being here in Ferndale. We love being a part of the Dream Cruise, but we could not do it without the tremendous support from the city of Ferndale and all the cities along Woodward Avenue, and really the whole state of Michigan. All the volunteers, we get tremendous support from all of our volunteers, all the folks who come out and take part of this. And I really do want to thank all of the local and state law enforcement here who keep us safe, who are out every day keeping us safe. And just want to thank all of those folks for making the Dream Cruise a reality. We love being a part of it. We love the enthusiasm for Ford and for Mustang and for all of our vehicles here, and just so honored and happy to be a part of it. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Be safe and enjoy the Dream Cruise, and it's an honor to be here again. Thank you so much.
It's estimated that over 1.3 million visitors visited Oakland County during the Dream Cruise, which begins in Ferndale and runs 16 miles throughout 9 communities. Visitors spent an estimated $240 million during the event.
It is so great to be here in Ferndale kicking this off. This is Americana, I can tell you that. And there's going to be a huge amount of people lining Woodward for 16 miles, over 1 million people, over 40,000 vehicles going up and down Woodward tomorrow.
You know, it just shows you the passion that people have for automobiles, and that, you know, the heritage of cars in Detroit, and Metro Detroit obviously runs deep, and it really shines this weekend. You know, we really couldn't do it without Ford Motor Company, because this, you know, it costs money to put on all of this for our residents and our fans, and Ford really comes through for us every year, and we're so grateful for them.
Immediately following the ribbon-cutting ceremony, a parade of emergency vehicles, both old and new, made its way onto Woodward, traveling from 9 Mile to 11 Mile Road and back. Lake Orion was represented by its 1941 Ford police car, a replica of a car that actually served the police department. It was donated to the police department by Lake Orion resident Ron Zilka in 2009. Sadly, Ron passed away in January of 2017.
Well, it's really great. I mean, it gets a lot of attention. It's a nice old car. It's 1941 Ford. It's something that we had in 1941 as a village car, a village police car, and we had it donated to us about 8 years ago, and then it was all fixed up, and we added a lot of the lights and the name and so on. And this just also happens to be the same year the car was born, I was born, so we fit in pretty good.
Tell us about Mr. Zilka, who was responsible for giving this car to you.
He's the one that donated the car. He brought the car in on a trailer and it didn't look very good. And he said to Chief Narsh, he says, I'm going to give this car to you, but I'm going to fix it up first. So he painted it all up. He put the whole interior in, and he basically did most of the work himself and did a great job with it. And then he donated it to the Lake Orion Police. So this is owned by the police department itself. So it's a municipal car. And so he was a great guy, and it worked out well, and so we're proud to have it.
You can see the vintage Ford police car at local car shows and leading the way during parades in the village. Now, the Lake Orion community broke ground on the Orion Veterans Memorial in 1996. Numerous monuments and additions have been constructed over the next 2 decades, honoring all branches of the military. Recently, the latest monument was unveiled during a dedication ceremony. On the morning of Saturday, August 12th, veterans, dignitaries, and residents gathered at the Orion Veterans Memorial for a special ceremony. Board Chairperson Dr. Joseph Masterpanteo welcomed those in attendance and introduced guests. Prompted by Park Manager Bob Watros, 2 former Marines unveiled the new War Dogs Monument.
Here we go.
They have saved many thousands of our soldiers' lives, number one. And number two, they have saved a lot of equipment from being lost in shortening the war effort.
The monument was created by artist Frank Varga, who also created the center monument depicting a son and his parents. Additional work was done by Lake Orion resident Steve Leach.
Well, that would have been Frank Varga, the same man who did our center monument. And I think that Frank said this was his last hoorah. He probably wouldn't be doing anymore. He's not doing good.
He sure has left his mark here.
Yes, he has. Yep. And he's a nice man to work with. Yep. And he was dedicated all the way through this dog thing. I think he did this dog, both dogs, in about a month. Yeah. He worked every night and day on them until he got them done.
The ceremony's keynote speaker was Phil Whiteloff, president of the Michigan War Dog Memorial in South Lyon, Michigan. He talked about these canine heroes and the role they played during the last several wars.
Well, I think it's time that we honor these canines. Early in the years, it was considered classified, so you didn't hear much about it. Today, it's all different. These dogs are trained to protect not only their handler, but to seek out the enemy, and mainly just save life. That's their main function, save lives. And so it's time that we honor them and show the respect that they deserve.
The Michigan War Dog Memorial in South Lyon was dedicated in November of 2011 after an abandoned canine cemetery was discovered at the corner of Milford Road and 11 Mile. Today, the site offers burials with full honors to retired military working dogs and service dogs at no cost to the handlers. For more information, visit mwdm.org. If you have ever spent time at Children's Park or the Orion Arts Center, you may have noticed the Horseshoe pits in downtown Lake Orion. Recently, the location was the site of a major tournament. On Saturday, August 12th, 44 sanctioned horseshoe pitchers from all over the state of Michigan came to Lake Orion for the annual state doubles tournament. Hosted by the Michigan Horseshoe Pitchers Association, the event not only offers cash prizes to the top 3 teams in various classes, but participants also take part in a potluck luncheon.
Well, with the tournament, we have a little pork dinner that we have, right? And so it's a kind of a potluck. Everybody brings something. So we will pitch a flight of pitchers this morning, and then we will pitch another flight this afternoon, and between the two we'll have lunch.
The Lake Orion Horseshoe Club has hosted the event in the past, where participants enjoy some friendly competition and have the chance to meet people from all over the state.
As part of the Michigan Horseshoe Pitchers Association and pitching in sanctioned tournaments, you end up meeting and pitching against people often, right? So you get to be close-knit, almost family, you know? So a lot of these people, they come together and they don't just compete against one another, but they come and visit and enjoy the camaraderie.
The Lake Orion Horseshoe Club is always looking for new members. League play runs for 15 weeks during the season and ends with an awards banquet. For more information, visit pitchwithus.com/Lake Orion. In addition to hosting exhibits throughout the year, the Orion Arts Center also offers classes to area residents. Recently, the Arts Center moved its classes to a new location and the community was invited to an open house. On Thursday, July 27th, the Lake Orion community came together to celebrate the official grand opening of the Orion Art Studio at the Moose Tree Nature Preserve near Weber Elementary School. Before moving to Moose Tree, the Orion Art Center offered classes at the Diamond Dave's building on M24. The classes were moved to its new location in April of this year.
It was a partnership of friends in the community that networked, that knew that this facility, even though it had had many useful years as being a nature preserve for students, it was actually paid for by the taxpayers. Because of the downturn in our economic system, they no longer had the money to fund it, so it was laying idle. And it was decided that if the Art Center could take it over, it would still be used by the community, and we could actually do something for it. And it's really a great marriage of a couple partners.
Now don't confuse the Art Studio with the Orion Arts Center. The center is still located in downtown Lake Orion near Children's Park and hosts exhibits and other events throughout the year. The Art Studio offers a wide variety of painting and pottery classes to children and adults.
Here at the Art Studio, we have everything that you can imagine in art, and if we don't, we will make it. And great teachers that are coming in the door, many every day, keep calling and finding out about us. We would love for you to call or even go on our website and sign up. And anything we can do to get you in the door, to know we're here. We are in the nature preserve that everybody knows it was, but it's kind of, nobody knows really we're here. They think we're still downtown. The downtown's the gallery, and we're just kind of, let's go and let's make this what it needs to be in our community.
Being a nonprofit organization, the Art Center depends on the community for donations of art supplies and materials, as well as display cases and more. For more information on how you can get involved, call 248-693-4986 or visit orionartcenter.org. Well, that wraps up this edition of ONTV News. I'm Shannon Line. We'll see you next time.